Greetings, fellow scholars. Welcome to your week 1 assignment of your Quantitative Literacy Mathematical Reasoning course. Your very first assignment. The first thing I want to show you is how to change the speed when you're watching a YouTube video. So this is pretty simple and hopefully will be helpful to you guys. So looking at a random YouTube video here, we have some people doing stuff, dancing, moving around. And you see this little gear down here at the bottom right-hand corner? I'm going to click on that gear. If you're on a different device, you might have 3 little dots at the top right-hand corner of your video where you might find the same thing. And once I click on this little gear, it says speed. Right now it's on normal. I am going to put it on twice as fast. Remember that when the folks are moving twice as fast, they're also talking twice as fast, which may be helpful if you're watching a long, drug-out lecture. So you might want to move it to any of these speeds. Also, if you're watching a video that you're trying to follow along with, maybe an Excel video or a tutorial that you have to do things on the computer and you have to keep stopping and pausing, you might want to slow it down instead. All right, so that is how you change the speed of a video. Let's go ahead and jump right into our first assignment. Our first assignment is to pin Excel, Word, PowerPoint, and our snipping tool to our taskbars. My taskbar is right at the bottom of my screen. Some of you might have moved your taskbar to the left or the right of the screen, or I've even seen it coming off the top. So if you're a Mac user, yours is, with a nice arc at the bottom. Yours is going to be different, and that's perfectly okay. Anything you do in Mac, it's basically equivalent to what I do here. You'll just have to translate because I don't know how to use the Mac like I know how to use Windows. So I will be doing everything in Windows. I'll be using all Microsoft software, but if you guys use, say, Google Docs instead of a Microsoft Word or whatever the equivalent is on Mac, that's perfectly fine. You're not limited to what I use. I only know how to use this stuff, so this is what I'm showing you. All right, so in order to pin these down here to my taskbar, this is my taskbar. My start bar pops up when I click my Windows screen down here at the very bottom left-hand corner. I'm clicking my Windows screen. And you can see this is my start bar. I already have Windows, PowerPoint, Excel pinned to my start and my taskbar. Once I click on that Windows screen, I'm just going to type in E. It doesn't have anywhere to type it. You just type in the E. And Excel will pop up and you right-click Excel and pin to the taskbar. Pin it to your start bar, that's up to you, but for the sake of my assignment, it'll be pinned to your taskbar. All right, now I am going to type in a W for Word, and you see my word comes up, right-click, pin to taskbar. I am then going to do a P for PowerPoint. There's my PowerPoint, right-click, pin to taskbar. All right, now for the exciting one. I'm always excited about the snipping tool because many scholars who first come into my course have never used a snipping tool. So here, go ahead and right-click, pin to your taskbar, and I'm going to give you a quick preview of what the snipping tool does. I'm going to choose the snipping tool here, go to New, and then you see where it says mode. For mode, I have choices. I can freeform, snip, or the rectangular, which is what we usually use. And at the end of this assignment, we're going to do a full screen snip. So right now I have a rectangular snip. I guess the most interesting thing I have going here is my little video. So I'm going to go ahead and grab a snippet of my video, wishing I would have smiled before I clicked that. So now I have a snipping. I press Control-C, that's Control Charlie on my keyboard to copy, or of course I can go to Edit, Copy, either way. And then I already have this Word document up, so I'm just going to put it in here to show you. Control Victor on my keyboard. Wow, yes, definitely could have used a smile in that picture, huh? So once that's in there, you can either paste it by going to the top left corner and clicking paste, or like I said, Control Victor, or you can right click and paste. All kinds of different ways. All right, so now you know how to use your snipping tool. And I guess we're done with the first part of this assignment. And now we're ready to move on and create accounts for Google, YouTube, Zoom, and your online math. Most of you, not most, but there are plenty of folks who already have a Google or a YouTube account, or both. If you have a YouTube, you have a Google. And Zoom is going to be new to you, which is going to be cool, just like the Snipping Tool, something cool and new you haven't used yet. So I'm going to, if you already have a Google, YouTube, Zoom, any of those accounts, just log into it. You do not need to create a new account. To create a Google account, I'm just going to go to my bar, my search bar on my web browser, and type in Google. While I'm talking about web browsers, I'd like to inform you about using Google Chrome. Using Google Chrome will solve a lot of the problems when you're having problems in your online math lab. If you're using ConnectMath or Pearson's MyMathLab or Mylabsplus, all of those things can have a lot of little glitches that are fixed when you're using Google Chrome. So if you're using Internet Explorer or Firefox, I recommend you go on, search Google Chrome, download it onto your computer, and start using it. All right, so looking at Google, you are going to create an account. I already have a Google account, but somewhere at the top right-hand corner or just right below the toolbar, somewhere there's going to be a place that says create a new account. So you're going to do that. My account's already here. Once you have created your account, the next thing you're going to do is click on the 9 little squares here. Once you click on that, you are going to go to your drive. If you don't have a drive, create one. If you don't see instructions to create a drive, then just Google it. It's very simple. All right, so I'm creating my drive, and now up here where it says My Drive, and of course you can always pause the video and do some of these things. I am going to go to New Folder, and I'm going to add a folder here. My folder is going to be named whatever is written on this assignment. So it says create a folder on your desktop, and we'll do that here in a little bit, and in your Google Drive. And we're going to name it this: last name, first name, QL, course ID, spring 2019. So I just copied, and I'm going to paste in here. And remember, the 2 things that you're going to change here are your last name, your first name, and your course ID. This course ID is going to be on every document file that you create for this course, on your folders, everything. So please make sure the course ID is on there. You could be coming from different schools from around the state. I have multiple courses at some of the schools, so please make sure that course ID is there. Very important. All right, and then we're going to create that folder. I'm just going to hit cancel on mine because I already have my folder. My folder is right here where it says Benzie QL Spring 2019. I am going to, right now, on my keyboard, I'm going to hit Control and my plus sign. Control plus. You see how it makes stuff bigger? Control plus, Control minus makes things bigger or smaller on my screen. I'll make it a little bigger so we can see it. All right, I am ready to leave this tab open just like it is, and I'm going to open a new tab. My new tab, I'm going to search for YouTube. And once I get to YouTube, I am going to create a YouTube account. Just follow the instructions. Again, I have a YouTube account, so you can pause the video, create your account, go through the steps. My account, once you have your account created, you're going to go to My Channel. And when you get to My Channel, it should have your name. You're not likely going to have a banner with your picture and everything, but you may have a picture. You should have a typical picture on your desktop or somewhere easy to access on your computer that has a professional picture that you can use on everything for your profiles. So that's always a very good idea, especially as you progress in your career. So there's my YouTube account. Make sure it's showing your name. Guys, I know it's fun. Like, it would be really cool for me to name my YouTube channel Bomb Diggity of all Bomb Diggities, but I have to have your name on here, because this is how things get graded in this class, by your files and your name being on things. So I do need to have your name that's in my grade book so that I can, you know, look at those. If you've got a new name and you changed it, no problem. You'll just have to hyphen it just for the sake of this course until you get your name changed on campus. All right, there is my Google, my YouTube. Now let's do my favorite. Let's do the Zoom. So the Zoom, you are going to go to zoom.us. Be careful. Make sure yours looks like mine, because there are other Zoom products out there. We've had some scholars get onto some Zoom we never heard of. So make sure it looks like what you see on the screen right here. Zoom.us. And you guys are going to create an account. Creating the Zoom account is just a little bit more entailed than the Google and the YouTube account. So take the few extra steps. There are some things you may or may not go through when you create this account. If it asks you to set up a microphone and a camera, fantastic. If not, we'll run into that here in maybe about 5 minutes or so. So just get this account created for now. And once you do, you're going to click on where it says My Account. And once you do that, it should have your name. Again, if you don't have a picture, no big deal. You should, but if you don't, that's okay. But you do have to have your name on there. Everything in this course is graded by your name. So please put your name on everything you do. Every single slide, if you have a document that's multiple pages, make sure your name's on every page. All right, now the last thing we're going to do, you are going to go to your syllabus and check to see if your course is using ConnectMath or MyMathLabs or Mylabsplus. So any of those three could be one that's being used in your course. So check your syllabus, it'll give you all of the instructions how to log on. It's also going to be in multiple places in your learning management system, Blackboard, Canvas, or D2L. Just look for your syllabus and your online math lab homework, and it will say ConnectMath or Pearson, MyMathLabs, or Mylabsplus. All right, so then you'll go on and create an account for that. These cost money. You do not have to buy a textbook for my course because the online lab provides you with the full textbook. If you love having that book, you want to thumb through it a lot, that's perfectly fine, but you can also thumb through it just the same online. So, but you do have to purchase your online lab, but you do not have to make a purchase today to get logged on and create an account. So go ahead and get that done. All right, next I am going to use this little icon right here and make my page a little smaller, which you guys probably already have this because you may be watching this video on one screen and the doing your work on the other half, having a split screen. I'm from Tucson. You'll find that out later if I mention it in my intro video. So here's my background of my home, where I used to hike all the time and still do when I go home for a visit. All right, so now I have this is at about 1/4 of my screen. So I'm going to take my online lab and drag it all the way to the right. I'm going to take Zoom and drag it next here. And then YouTube. And then I have my Google Drive over here. Make sure you can see your Google Drive in your folder. I'll be able to see your folder with your last name, your first name, QL, course ID, spring 2019. And then make sure you bring everything forward that we need to see. So we need YouTube. There we go. Make sure the left-hand side is showing on everything. That seems to be where the names are. I need to see your name, who you are, and preferably your picture if you have one up there. All right, guys, now we have everything going here. Let's see, where can I put this? And I have proof of all my technology. I've created all these accounts as well as pinned these items to these icons to my taskbar. Now I'm ready to go to my snipping tool. And on my snipping tool, I'm going to hit mode, and I'm going to do a full screen snip. And this is just going to get me a full screen snip. Now I'm going to save it. File, save as. Okay, right here, once you hit save as, you see you have an option for a new folder. We're going to make sure you're clicked on desktop over here on the left. Click on desktop. If you can't find desktop, find this PC. Just keep clicking stuff until you find desktop. And once you do, we are going to go to new folder. And we're going to add a new folder, and we're going to name it last name, first name, QL, course ID, spring 2019. And that is all written right here on this assignment. It says that we are going to put a folder. It's the same name that we used on that Google Drive folder. We're also going to have this name for our tech proof. You see, there's always the name for what to name things, because I need to know what the assignment is and who has turned it in. So I'm going to create my new folder here, and then once I create that folder, then I am going to save this file into the folder. So I already have my spring 2019 folder created, and now I am going to put this document. I already have this snipping in here. This document right in there, my tech proof, and I'm going to save it. All right, and then later on I'm going to upload that into my assignment for wherever your assignment is in your learning management system. Okay, I am going to now, we're going to end this part of the video, and we're going to move into the next part of the video where I am actually going to walk you through creating your intro. So the next part of this assignment 1 is creating an intro video using Zoom. I'm going to take you through every step of that. Yay, right? I'll help you as much as I can in this course through using technology, which I know can be scary sometimes, but literally every semester the scholars in the course teach me all kinds of new things that I never knew. You guys always surpass my knowledge in the technology, so let's keep that up. All right, guys, I'm going to end this, and we are going to move on to the next part of this video. Hello, everybody. We're back. We are recording now on what's called PowerPoint Mix, so you'll see a little lag in the quality. I'm going to get through this part as quickly as possible and get us back on recording with Zoom. All right, so I'm going to show you a couple of things to get you started on making your first intro video. I'm going to go through this part a little bit quickly, and then I'll get on Zoom and talk to you a little bit more. So the first thing you're going to do is go to your Zoom page. If you have not already set up your microphone and your camera, this will be the time that you do that. So you're going to click on Host a Meeting with the video on. If you don't see these options, then click on the big blue word Zoom, and it will take you back to the home page, always. So anytime you're lost on Zoom, click the big blue word and it will take you back to the home page. Now you're going to host a meeting with a video on. At this point, it might ask you to do things, setting up your microphone, your video, follow the prompts, and do whatever it asks. And you can also Google it if you can't get it figured out. A lot of people made some pretty good videos out there to troubleshoot things. All right, so now what I'm going to do is open a Zoom meeting, and you're going to see this says I'm already in a meeting, which is how you see my face, because PowerPoint Mix does not record your face, only your screen. So here I am going to click yes, because I wanted to end that meeting and it's going to start a brand new meeting. So what you see now is when I start a meeting, I have no video and no microphone. I start with everything off so that I'm completely prepared. When I enter a meeting, a nice picture of me with a smile pops up and I don't have to worry about a lot of stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and turn my video on and unmute myself. And here we are again. All right, so now I'm ready to record my video. I have my speech, I've prepared my speech, I've listened to see if the dogs next door are barking, are there children screaming around, is the TV playing, are there people talking in the other room, do I have a nice professional sound? I've had folks get in their car. I had one girl last term who did every single presentation in her car at the McDonald's parking lot so that she could have internet and quiet, because she said she had 3 kids and her house was never quiet. But she did a great job in the course. Super, super good job. All right, so there are ways to fix your lighting issues. Make sure you're lit, not having beers, but well lit with lighting. Natural light coming from behind your computer is best. If you have to put some lamps behind your computer to shine on your face, fantastic. But don't let the light be behind you, because then you'll just be a silhouette. Okay, so now I've checked all that. I have my script. My script is actually hanging above my computer with some hair clippies on a wire hanger thing I made up there. So all kinds of things that you can do to get your script going there. Then I am going to go to right here where it says for my video, my little camera. I'm going to click that and go to video settings. Once you're on video settings, you have all kinds of options here. You can touch up your appearance. If I take this off, you can see it's not really that much difference. Just a little, looks like a little soft focus filter, very nice. And you have HD. Enabling HD fixes it if you have a lot of if you try to put some lamps on your face and you have some bright spots, enabling HD gets rid of that. I learned that. Here's another really cool feature, is a virtual background. I'm in my office and my walls are jam-packed, filled with stuff, so the virtual backgrounds don't work. But if you have any plain wall, whoa, look at that. Oh, that's so cool. If you have any, well, look at how my shirt looks. If you have just like a plain white wall behind you, then this works amazing. You can see how well it works even just like this is actually kind of cool. But just a plain white wall, you can do that. You can even add your own images if you want to be out on Lake Washita, which is probably what I would choose, or anything else you can. It's really cool. You have some advanced features and different things you can play around with. So there are your video features. Now we are going to record a video. I am going to, right here, and actually I should also show you right here where it says screen share. If you, like right now, you can see my whole screen because I'm using PowerPoint Mix. But if this were just Zoom, you can't see anything except my picture until I hit screen share. And that's when my picture goes up to the side and then you can see my whole entire screen. And you'll see that. I'm going to do that when I make my intro video. All right, so I am going to go ahead and record. You see this record button right here? You can also find this record button sometimes in other places. There might be 3 little dots somewhere and you can find where it says record. So look around for stuff. It's not always exactly the same on every app. Different devices download different apps. Just look for things. You'll find it. All right, so I'm going to hit record, and once I hit record, it says record to the computer or the cloud. I just go to the computer because I don't know how to do it to my cloud. Maybe that's something you'll teach me this term. Record to my computer. Now I'm recording. Welcome. My name is, actually we're not going to start with our names, and I'm not going to make my intro video right now. But what I want you to see is that, let's pretend like I wanted to talk to you about the water, but I accidentally said sky. Hi, I'm here today to talk to you about the sky. All right, so did you see how I paused that? I'm here today to talk to you about the sky. I knew that was wrong, so I paused it, and now I'm going to look at my script, which is right up above there. Not this part, but my script says water. All right, so I come back, and I just hit play. I mean water. And when we talk all about the water today, okay, so that's huge. When scholars tell me, Miss Benzie, I had to make this video 5 times because I kept making a mistake right at the end, don't do that. Just make a mistake, pause the video, collect yourself, look at your script, and then start recording again. It's okay to make mistakes. We are not making $300,000 a year as professional newscasters. We're just here doing the best job we can, and making mistakes is allowed. All right, so now I'm going to end my recording by pressing this hard square, and the recording will not be converted until I end the meeting. So now I am going to end my meeting, and once I do that, I guess I did not end it, end the meeting for all. All right, and then I get this little icon comes up that it's converting my video. All right, so once the video is converted, I guess the biggest complaint scholars have is that they can't find their video once they get it off Zoom. So when it's done converting, yours will be a little longer, so it'll take longer, and this will pop right up. If it doesn't pop up, that's okay, we can search for it. So let's pretend like it did not pop up. Okay, so I'm going to close this out. It did not pop up. So I am going to go to my, where's my taskbar? To my folders down here. Click on a folder and go to desktop or sometimes documents. Mine, I usually find mine under documents. I'll show you what happens here. If I type in Zoom, some stuff for Zoom comes up, but neither of these are my video. I have to see all those little icons. So I'm going to check my documents and type in Zoom. And here they are. Here are a bunch of Zoom videos. You can look and see the date modified, December 28th. Today's my mother's birthday. Happy birthday, Mother. At 3:58, my current time, I can see down here is 4 o'clock. So this is my video. So what I'm going to do is I am going to right-click my video. No, that's not it either. Let's see, can I swipe it onto the desktop? I'm just going to swipe it onto the desktop. There it is. Perfect. Okay, now I'm going to name it. I'm going to name it, right-click, and then rename and name it last name, first name, course ID, and all that jazz. Okay? All right, so I am going to end this video, and I am actually going to come back again and tidy up this all the way to the end. So I'll be right back on Zoom. Hello again, fellow scholars. We're back for the last leg of our video for assignment 1. So the first thing I want to do before I actually create my intro video for you is talk about your rubric. When you're creating your intro video, you do not have to use every piece of this rubric. It's just a guide. Just make sure that you do greet your audience, smile during your presentation, tell a joke or a good quote, and smile after you do it. Don't be shy to laugh during your video if you tell a joke. If you don't feel confident, so what? Just act confident. None of us know the difference. After you greet your audience and say a quote or a joke, then give your name, your academic status, work history, skills, hobbies. For my intro video, I did academic status and hobbies. And then for the others, just pick some. Why are you in college? Who supports you through college? Why are you making this video? These are just ideas as guides for you to make your intro video. A good intro video is not going to be picked over for all of these details. Just tell us about you, okay? Make sure you keep it professional. We've already talked about this. Make sure you're dressed professional, your sounds, your visuals, all of that. I'm not going to, hopefully I've said all that. I don't remember if I did in the last video, but hopefully I did. Okay, now what I'm going to do is just move right into creating my actual video. So here we go. Greetings, fellow scholars. Destiny is not a matter of chance. It is a matter of choice. Destiny is not a thing to be waited for, but a thing to be achieved. I'm Amy Benzie, and it's an honor to serve as your instructor for your Quantitative Literacy Mathematical Reasoning course. Throughout this course, we engage in mathematics to set goals, measure life patterns, and use what we learn to shape our futures. We learn to question everything, seek knowledge, communicate our findings, network and collaborate, and report on what we learn. I have a bachelor's degree in mathematics, a master's degree in advanced instructional studies of mathematics, and I'm currently a doctoral candidate working on my PhD in analytics of higher education, with a specialization in mathematics of higher education. I am going to show you, I prepared something for you. I'm going to share my screen, and I am going to show you a little bit about my hobbies. First of all, my husband and I love scuba. We're even certified to deal with wild sharks in conservation situations. Also, we love Lake Ouachita. I'm from Tucson, Arizona. I moved to Hot Springs initially just because of Lake Ouachita. I love the 44,000 acres of water surrounded by 1.6 million acres of national forest. I positively love Lake Ouachita, and I love wake skating. Also, my husband and I love riding our recumbent bikes. We ride them all around. You might see us around town, down on the greenway. You could see us on bikes or rollerblades. Also, I am an aerial gymnast. My husband has turned my living room into an aerial gym. So here you can see that I have a hoop in my aerial gym. I also have aerial silks, which I love for keeping up my strength and my flexibility. I also have everybody's favorite, my bungee system. My bungee system has 2 bungees and handles, so I can kind of fly all through my gym there. Lots of fun with the bungees. Also, I love inline skating. Here's a little clip of me practicing with my baton. I'm on my skates practicing my baton, but you can usually see me twirling my baton when I'm on my stilts, and you can find me in the Christmas parades and the St. Patrick's Day parade. Here's one of my stilts costumes from the 2018 parade of mystical Christmas creatures where I dressed up like a Christmas harpy. So that was a fun one. Those are my hobbies. I have a lot of things that I enjoy doing, a lot of things that I'm proud of. I think that besides working through the struggles of earning my academic degrees, that my greatest accomplishment is actually designing this course to help scholars learn as much as possible about how math is actually part of their everyday lives. Thank you for watching my intro video. It's been a pleasure. I'm looking forward to working with everybody and getting to know everybody through Zoom meetings. And whether you're online or in class, I'll be seeing you soon. Have a fine and fabulous day. Be nice to each other. Make people feel great. Say something to make someone feel great today. Never forget to stop. Never forget to keep being amazing. And don't forget that you rock.